Beyond the edge of consciousness. In a dark grove on the outskirts of the city, where the streets had long ceased to be safe, stood an old house. Its windows, tightly covered with curtains, never let in any light, and the door seemed as though no one had opened it for years. The locals called it the House of Shadows, because anyone who dared to approach it disappeared without a trace. One evening, when the moon hung over the city like a cold eye, a young woman named Eliza approached the house. She was a journalist searching for sensational stories for her blog. The rumors about the house had intrigued her, and she decided to investigate further. Eliza brought a camera and a flashlight, and despite her fear, she opened the door. Inside, it was dark and cold, but she heard something strange, a whisper coming from the corners of the rooms. She turned on the camera and began recording. Every step Eliza took echoed through the empty house. She approached the stairs leading to the second floor. On the steps lay an old note that read, "Do not go further." But Eliza couldn't stop. Her curiosity was stronger than her fear. On the second floor, she found a room where the walls were covered in strange symbols. They glowed with a faint blue light. Eliza moved closer to examine them, but suddenly she heard the door behind her slam shut. She turned around, but the door was gone. Only an empty wall remained. The whispers grew louder. Eliza heard someone calling her name. She turned back to the symbols, which now glowed brighter. Suddenly, one of the symbols began to move, as if coming to life. It transformed into a shadow that started advancing toward her. Eliza tried to run, but the shadow was faster. It enveloped her, and she felt her consciousness begin to fade. The last thing she saw was her reflection in a mirror, but it wasn't her face. It was something else, something ancient and sinister. The next day, Eliza's camera was found near the entrance to the house. The recordings on it had been erased, but the last frame showed a shadow moving. The House of Shadows remained standing, as if nothing had happened. But now, when the moon shines brighter, the locals say they see a figure in the windows that resembles Eliza, and the whispers coming from the house now call out new names. Will anyone dare to enter the House of Shadows again? And will they ever come out?